Well, welcome back to Random Things I Do. Thought I'd tell you another little story while I'm just sitting here. I hope you enjoy it. Random Things I Do. It's on one side of me or the other. Enjoy. Well, good afternoon. Let's see. Hey, it's, I think Tuesday. I might be wrong, but I think that's what it is. Just sitting around here doing a little bit of nothing. We got severe thunderstorm warnings going on, and it's sky's kind of looking yellowish looking outside, kind of funny looking, and it comes these rains and then it backs off, and then there's some more come, and I don't know if it's going to make any. The worst of it seems to be to the southeast of us. But it seems like we might see something. Who knows? They got a lot of warnings out. Excuse me. But anyway, I just thought I'd check in, see how everybody was doing today. And I haven't really, I meant to get out, but I didn't. And then when I got really at a point where I was ready to, the rain started, so I just stayed in the house. I don't get out in the rain. I don't drive in the rain anymore. I used to drive in just about anything and everything. I used to drive an 18-wheeler, and I pushed snow with the bumper before, so it can be complicated trying to drive and stuff like that sometimes. One of the last times I was on, this is just a memory. There's not a whole lot to this, but I said on one of my other videos talking about washing clothes. What keeps reminding me of washing clothes back in the day was we had what we called a wash house. I'll tell you this little story. We had a big old wash machine in there. Wasn't nothing like, I know a lot of young people might have seen some pictures, but couldn't imagine this. We had this great big metal tub that sat behind this wash machine. And this wash machine was like a large cereal bowl. And on the back of it was these big rollers. Them things that you've probably seen one because they don't get used that much anymore, but rolling pins. Big rolling pins. And they were clothes. After you wash your clothes. And our wash house didn't have no hot water, by the way. We didn't have no hot water down there. So we had this big tub we'd pour water into and build a fire under it and make hot water. And you didn't know I was so backwoods, did you? Little boy, I was. We'd heat that water up. I can still see my mama going over there and going, it's not hot enough yet. Get that water a little hotter, and then we'd dip it out of there and pour it in that washer because she had certain clothes she wanted washed in some hot water. Washing clothes just ain't just ain't the same. It's much simpler today. And anyway, that big old wash machine, we'd get it filled full of water, and them clothes would wash. And after it was finished, them big rolling pins on the back of it, you'd have to run the clothes through them rolling pins, and that's how you got the water out of your clothes. They would be flat as a pancake. I'm talking about you think they wasn't even wearable. You'd never be able to use them again, as flat as this thing made them. They'd go through there and they'd fall out the backside into that big tub. Well, then the fun part came because you had to pick that big tub up and carry it outside to the clothesline. And the clothesline had there was just a line from pole to pole, line from pole to pole, and some boards with, we had nails in them, which hooked onto the line. And as you hung your clothes, after you shook them out real good, because you had to get them, because they were flat, you had to get them shook out real good, and you had to hang them on that clothesline with clothespins. And the heavier the line got, the more of them boards with the nails in it, you had to keep raising them up to hold the line up to keep it off the ground. I remember all this, but the part that really, really sticks to my mind was back, I never got to. I did years later, but never got to run the clothes through them ringer rollers. My mama always say, no, you get your fingers in there. Get your fingers in there and smash your fingers. She was overprotective. But anyway, you'd hang them clothes up, they'd blow in the wind and they'd dry. Now, Tuesdays was our worst day. And if it was bad weather, worst day didn't happen. It had to be postponed, sometimes till the next Tuesday. So you had to have enough something to, maybe sometimes wash stuff out in the house, on a board, and wash them out so you can hang them up and on the porch and let them dry. So you have enough to get through the week to the next wash day. But after they'd all dry, the work wasn't over. At least not for Mama. Because then, you can't wash like you do something like this. You wash it and dry it and fold it up and then pull it back out and put it on. It had to be ironed. She had to get the ironing board out, and she had to iron them clothes. And it was a lot to washing clothes back then. It wasn't one of them throw it in there, throw some soap in there. Okay, it's finished, throw it in the dryer. Okay, now get it out and fold it up. I know some of you don't know nothing about folding up neither, even today. You just pull them out and stick them in a pile somewhere until you're ready to wear them. I know, you ain't fooling me. I've seen how it works sometimes. But anyway, I just fill you in on how it was to wash clothes back in the day. Life's changed so much. And not all of it's really for the best. Looking back, I wish some of that, just about all of them times were still going on that way. Neighbors were neighbors. Friends were friends. It's just not that way anymore. But anyway, I'm sitting here waiting to see what's going to happen with the weather. And now that you know how we used to wash clothes, maybe you'd like to go try it that way. Now, I know there's probably some people, probably about 30, well, they'd be pretty old, 30 years older than me maybe, that could tell you all about going to the river to have to wash the clothes on a board. I did all the clothes on the board. Okay. Anyway, we won't get to talking about that because I didn't have to do that. But I guess really in my day and time, we had it pretty easy compared to the people 30 years before us. Y'all have a great day. God bless. And keep on.